Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I am Shannon. On my channel, I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life, design and be the creator of your life. Let's talk about how to be the one. Like you want to be the one. You're the one. How do you be the one that gets the job you want? How do you be the one that your specific person wants? How do you be the one? Well, you have to see yourself as the one. You have to identify and be her or be him. Be the version of you who is the one. The one is someone who already feels like, hey, I'm the one. Someone who feels like they are the one feels valuable, feels worthy, feels assured, feels secure, feels confident. So if you want to be the one in the eyes of someone else, you have to see yourself as the one. You have to see yourself as the important one, as someone who's premium, first class, a priority, the masterpiece. You have to see yourself as the one. You see yourself as the one to yourself and in relation to your specific person. Build your confidence. You can build your confidence by doing things for yourself that you enjoy. Step out of your comfort zone because that builds confidence also. I mean, you're going to be affirming confidence, right? You're going to affirm, I am confident and I am secure. At the same time, step out of your comfort zone and do things that make you feel, it might feel scary, but will help build your confidence. Help build your confidence in knowing that you can do anything you set your mind to. So to be the one and to live the reality and the version of you where you are the one, you see yourself as the one. You see yourself as chosen. You see your life as a great life. Of course, if you see your life as a great life and you assume that it would be a blessing to be your partner, then you're going to live that reality. So all you have to do is change your focus and change your perspective. Where are you putting your attention? Because if you put your attention on the current reality of what you don't have, then you'll just keep living that current reality of what you don't have. In order to change your life, you change your perspective about yourself. You change your self-concept. Your self-concept is the identity that you hold of yourself, that self-image that you have of yourself. So when you change your self-image, you want to change your self-image to the person who has the desire. So think about that. The person who has your desire, who are they? Who is that person? What is that person? What is that person thinking? What is that person doing? How does that person feel? And get into the feeling of that version of you. That person feels pretty sure. That person feels safe, feels relieved. The version of you who knows you're number one in the relationship where you're number one, you know you're number one, you're feeling relieved. Okay? It's not that you're relieved, you're feeling okay. You feel okay. So if right now you're feeling anxious, anxiety, upset, worried, feeling not good enough, you're going to create that, continue to create that reality. You have to make a conscious choice. Make a conscious choice to shift your attention to the preferred reality that you want. All right, I'm going to answer some questions. Hi. Hello, everyone. All right. I am the best and only choice. I love it. User 555. Yes, you are. You are the best and you're the only choice. Claire, I tried to manifest on a timeline. It didn't happen. What did I do wrong? Okay, but here's the thing. It can be a practice to manifest on a timeline, on a time crunch. Okay, that's a practice. If it didn't manifest, here's the thing. You at no point say that it didn't manifest. At no point should you be saying it didn't work, it didn't manifest. Because in your mind, you keep affirming it no matter what. It's already mine, it's already mine. When I started in my VIP group, manifesting on a time crunch or manifesting by a specific date, that's one of the topics in my group, like my private group, right? Manifesting on a specific date. not everyone was manifesting on that specific date. Maybe it was a day later. Today, so we manifested $1,000. We were manifesting $1,000 by a specific date. That was, I don't know, several weeks ago. And today, I just got a message from someone that they manifested it. They manifested that final amount. So even if it wasn't in that time crunch, understand it's just like anything in life. Deliberate manifestation is a skill. It's a skill, okay? It's a skill that you develop. I didn't become this. Okay, we can become things overnight. We can. We're already manifesting instantly based on our current state of being, okay? I didn't become this version of me overnight. Okay, this was consistently focusing on the version of me who knew the answers, who's able to tap into infinite wisdom. Okay, so here's where you have to understand the word persist. Persist until it becomes your reality. So even if it didn't happen on that timeline, you have to look in your mind, because time doesn't even exist. If you understand that reality is an illusion, time is also illusion. There's only the present moment. So time does exist as part of our reality. However, you are able to overcome and transcend time. I want you to know that. You're able to transcend and overcome time. Keep affirming it until you have your manifestation, because you'll get better and better and better at it, okay? What did you do wrong? I'm not sure without speaking to you. Okay, but I know right away the fact that you said it didn't happen, that's part of the reason why. You were maybe expecting it by that specific day, it didn't happen, and then you said it didn't happen, right? That's your thought, that was your belief in that moment, and maybe that became your belief every day since it happened. You're saying, well, it didn't happen, I tried it, it didn't happen. Okay, what you need to do instead is say, I can do this. I am manifesting this. Keep focusing on that it's already yours and you have it, okay? When you receive it, when you have it, you will have it. As long as you focus on the fulfillment of that desire, you will manifest it. And when you have it, keep reminding yourself, I know how to manifest on a time crunch, okay? I know how to manifest instantly. I know how to manifest effortlessly. It's really easy to live my life. I always get everything I want. I'm running out of money. I can't afford to live where I am anymore. How do I manifest money and a good job? You're going to see yourself as someone who manifests money or makes money, receives money. I'm always receiving. You have to focus on money is coming in, not just going out. Okay, because I know how that would feel if you can't afford. It feels like that's lack and scarcity. I don't have. You're like, well, that's a fact of life. I don't have it. Okay, but if you keep focusing on that, you will continue to live that reality of not having it. What you could be thinking is, I intend to manifest money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming into my life. Wealth consciousness, abundance. Focus on the abundance in your world. Focus on gratitude of the things you already have, because all of that align meaning matches the reality where you do have the money. Okay, that money is coming to you. So what you could say is, in the moment, to make yourself feel better, this too shall pass, and I know the money's coming to me. It feels like I can't afford where I'm living. Somehow, some way this is going to work out. Do you see how if you end on whatever thought you're ending on is the present moment, whatever thought you end on in the present moment, you're essentially creating. But you need to have that thought constant and dominant where it becomes a belief within you. So keep ending your thoughts on, it's going to work out for me somehow, some way. I'm telling you, the craziest things happened in my life. It felt very miraculous. One of the most powerful stories that Neville Goddard has is the Isn't It Wonderful story. So the woman who was in her 50s, she had no money, no job. She couldn't pay her rent. It was coming to a time where she wasn't going to be able to afford anything. She didn't even have the car or the clothes to go on an interview. And she had heard Neville in one of his lectures talk about the technique, saying in her mind, isn't it wonderful? And she would feel the feeling of, isn't it wonderful? Something wonderful is happening now. Isn't it wonderful? Something wonderful, something marvelous is happening now. Okay, so that's what she was affirming before she went to bed for a week. I don't know how long it was, but I'm sure it was something like within a month. What happened? A friend of hers met another friend and they brought her up. They started talking about this woman. Next thing you know, the woman started receiving, I can't remember how much it was in that time, enough to cover all of her expenses every month. Enough to cover everything. That guy was an old friend she knew from like years ago, was very wealthy and just made a decision he wanted to give her money every month. And she got money every month for the rest of her life. I can't remember if it was like $2,500. She affirmed that. And my point of that story is there was no way that she knew that this person that wasn't even a good friend of hers, that she hasn't spoken to in years, just decided he was going to give her money every month to take care of all of her needs. Okay? And at first it was just for a year or something like that. And then as she affirmed it more, he made a decision. He told, one of the people that works for him, hey, let's make this for the rest of her life. She was taken care of for the rest of her life. Okay, so that's why when we don't need to know the how, because you just keep affirming. What would imply, right? Your goal is wish fulfilled. Okay, people like, what does wish fulfilled mean? Wish fulfilled means, what would it feel like if you already have this desire, right? It's the fulfillment. Having fulfillment of the desire, wish fulfilled, fulfillment of the desire. So if you have the desire, how would you feel? So practice that as you go to sleep at night. Practice feeling. What would it feel like if all my problems were solved? Isn't it wonderful? All my problems are solved. Isn't it wonderful? Money is coming to me. You can even, say things to yourself like, money's coming to me and I have no idea how. Okay, because that might, if you have a mind that's kind of logical and you're going, overthinking too many things, just say to yourself, I don't even know how, but I'm just going to believe in this. I'm going to keep affirming. I'm going to keep my focus on that goal and the vision of what I want. Thank you for the roses. All right, so focus your mind on abundance because the world is abundant. But where are you putting your focus? Some of you that might be putting your focus on the lack and scarcity and the prices going up and all of that. Like that's existing, okay? But is it touching your reality or is it not touching your reality? Because it's not touching everybody's reality. It's only touching the scarcity, the lack, the increase in price, changing someone's lifestyle is only affecting the people who perceive reality that way. Because there are a lot of people, myself included, that's not affecting me. Doesn't affect me. And by the way, that's not something I always had that. Like I created that deliberately. That's a deliberate creation. Like a deliberate new belief that I adopted and then I implemented and I stayed loyal. Okay, you got to stay loyal. Even at the final hour, this is the final hour, like at the last moment, things can change in a moment. So that's why you always persist. No facts are final. That's probably that's probably my favorite quote of Neville Goddard, because no facts are final. Don't decide is final. Don't decide anything's final. Keep going in your mind and affirming that outcome that you want, affirming the feeling of having that outcome, okay? The affirmation itself will manifest an outcome also. I like this one. User 555 said, say this affirmation every day. I get paid to exist. I get paid to exist. I love that. I get paid to exist. It's my birthright, right? You were born. It's your birthright. You're paid to just exist. But because that affirmation is so powerful, it's because we don't have to work for money. You don't have to work for money. That's a belief that we hold. I get paid to exist. Okay, advice when feeling powerless or like the 3D is real after being consistent and it just comes up. Yes, well, you have to shift your attention. Do you understand there are infinite things that you could put your attention and your focus on? And what happens is we sometimes focus on that circumstance that you don't want and you want it to change. But in order for that circumstance to change, you have to stop focusing on it, because the only reason you're living it is because you're consciously aware of it, because you're putting attention on it. So you have to diffuse it. You diffuse it by putting your attention on something else. I was just talking with someone in my VIP group about this today. We were messaging each other, and it's really important that you build your life, okay? Start to do things like keep yourself busy. And when I say keep yourself busy, it's not about mindless busy, like you're just keeping yourself busy. No one wants to live a life like that. Keep yourself busy with things that you love and enjoy. Build your life with things that you love and enjoy. So what could you do? You could start making your bucket list. Even if you have one, reread your bucket list and say, what have I done here? Start asking yourself, what would I like to do? In 3 years, I did things I never thought I would do. I built my son's computer. I never thought I would know how to buy all those components and put that piece, put the whole computer together, right? Things that I decided not to focus on, things, the 3D of what wasn't working out. I decided, you know what? I want to learn how to do different things. So how can that be powerful? Because I'm putting my focus and attention on learning something new, something that I was interested in, and I thought that would be interesting to do that. And I wanted him to do it with me, right? To learn that, to learn the skill of building a computer, doing the research. When you're doing that, you don't have time to think about what's going wrong. I'm invested in the moment. I'm invested in the time. I'm invested in what I'm doing. I was invested in the relationship with my son and what we were doing that together. Okay, so there's so many things you could do. I was making the list of all the new things I did in the last 3 years, like kickboxing, surfing, snowboarding. I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. I downloaded an app to work on Spanish. That kind of went downhill a little bit because I got a little too busy, but I want to pick that up again. Okay, it's about building your life. This is your life to live. What do you want to live? Like, you just don't want to live a life and have that specific person in your life. You want that. I get that. You want that. But what else? Live your life and live the joy of your life. So that's how you feel empowered, because I felt empowered when I built that computer. That built my confidence. I was like, wow, if I could do that, that was pretty cool. I didn't do it for anyone else other than myself, that I could prove to myself that I could do something. And it builds your own confidence when you do something new. That builds your own confidence. So you won't feel powerless when you're feeling confident. The deeper, bigger knowing is that you're God of your reality and you are the power. You are the operant power. And as the operant power, your reality only reflects everything from within you. Everything is reflected from your imagination. You're living this illusion, this dream, this holographic image. So if you want to say the world's not even real, right? The world's not even real. Because that might help you feel a little more power. All right, it is real. It is real. It is real, but what's more real is your imagination. What's more real is your imagination, and you can go in your imagination at any point in time, and you could start to imagine something different. Thank you for sending the virtual hug. Thank you, Joe. Just wanted to spread the unconditional love, maybe help your day a little bit better. You did. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's something perfect. Thanks for that example, Joe, because another thing that you could do when you're reacting to the 3D or you feel powerless, give and be generous with someone. Give a compliment. You don't have to give money, but give a compliment. Help someone out. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a while and lift them up and decide you're going to inspire them. There are so many ways that you can be using like investing, right? investing your thoughts. Invest your thoughts in that experience that you want, in that life that you want. Your thoughts are all an investment. Do you want to invest in what you don't want, or do you want to invest in what you do want? Right? Because your thoughts are an investment no matter what. They're always investing in your experience. And yes, user 555, you are the best choice, the best option. We are the best choice, the best option. I am blessed. Okay. I feel my partner is bad for me. I want to leave, but something is holding me back. What can I do? Okay, we'll start to get more clear on what you do want. Okay, your partner, it feels like they're bad for you, right? So what do you want? Okay, well, I know you said you want to leave. Something's holding you back. Start painting that picture. Maybe you want to script it out. What is it that you do want? What do you want in a relationship? Start focusing on that relationship you do want. Start scripting out what it would look like. Because as you put your attention in your mind, in your imagination, you put your attention on that goal, you will live that goal, okay? You will achieve that goal, the goal that you want. But you have to focus on that goal by affirming it. You can be asking yourself questions like, what's holding me back? And so that would be like an exercise you want to do with yourself. It's like a little brainstorm with yourself. Because sometimes this whole experience that we're having is also, it's the awareness and getting the deeper awareness of self. So you want to get to the deeper awareness of yourself, like something's holding me back, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, well, keep asking yourself, what is it? What's holding me back? Am I scared? Am I afraid to be on my own? Am I afraid for this? I mean, it's a little brainstorm, rampage activity. And maybe you need to do that activity more than once. You might not have the answer in that moment. Okay, so use that activity in your mind, like today, maybe tonight, tomorrow, in a few days. Ask yourself again, because even if the answer doesn't come to you in that moment, it will come to you at some point. You'll just have that like light bulb, or something will give you like that light bulb moment where you go, oh, you'll just have like a realization, okay? And you'll say, you'll have the answer for yourself, okay? And whatever is holding you back, then identify it. Okay, I'm scared. Let's say it's like, you know what, I'm really scared to be on my own because we've been together and it feels scary to be by myself. And it feels scary to be alone. Okay, well, that's okay to feel that way. But then you could talk yourself through it. If you want to be part of a community, join my VIP group. It's a monthly subscription group. It's powerful, $35 a month. But the community will help you stay on your mental diet and help you stay focused on the goal, help you stay away from the 3D of what you don't want and focus on what you do want. Okay, so that link's in my bio if you want to check that out. Thank you. I have some new followers. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, Whiskey Moon. What would you say if only part of a manifestation happened? What would you say it is? Oh, what would you say it is if only part of a okay, so sometimes that can happen. I mean, I can't really say without talking to you, right? Okay, but here's a general idea of what. You get a partial manifestation, don't define it as, why didn't it happen? Instead of thinking, why didn't it happen? It didn't happen what I liked. This is where our mind will go sometimes. Not for everyone, but if your mind, if your thoughts, if you're thinking, it wasn't right, it didn't happen the way I want. Well, now you're actually creating. In that moment, you're creating. No facts are final. Remember that. Remember, no facts are final. Partial manifestation, you have to define it the way you want to define it. It feels like a partial manifestation. What you have to start, be the powerful manifester and affirm that I'm powerful and I know how to manifest. And this isn't the end, and I am getting what I want, and it's coming exactly the way I want because I choose my reality. Okay, so that's the thought process you can say in the moment because it's not final. The manifestation If you keep affirming, it's all about persisting. You have to persist until it's realized. Even if it's partial, that's okay. Part of it, okay, take it as a win. Take it as achievement, success. The success is you're the creator. So you want to acknowledge it and say, yes, it's working. I'm the creator. It's working. Okay, you're going to build up your knowing that you're the creator, right? You focus on what you do want, not what you don't want, okay? So partial manifestation is what you don't want. So you're not focused there. You're focused on, okay, I did get the manifestation. Okay, just have to tweak it. I'm getting better at this. Like, you got to be your own cheerleader. You hype yourself up a little. Okay, I can do this. I got part of it. I'm going to get it all. It's like you got to get in your mind, I'm going to get it all. It's all mine. This is mine. Then go back to that wish fulfilled. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Or affirm it, right? I have it. The full manifestation. By the way, you could manifest the full out manifestation seconds later, but you have to stay persistent, right? You're the cause, the world's the effect. If you're saying, I only got part of it, okay, so you're gonna get better at this. I intend you're getting better at this, you're understanding this, you just keep you keep going, right? You guide yourself to you have to guide yourself to that manifestation by affirming it consistently. That's how you guide yourself there. You're really just choosing your reality, and you guide your reality by consistently affirming that reality. Yeah. And also another way to define it, because we're defining it, is you could say it's a BBL, right? Birds before land. You just got that BBL. Okay, and that's just part of it, just showing you, your world's showing you how powerful you are, and it's working. Okay, that's the thought process of you, the master manifester. That's who you are. You're a master at this, right? You want to declare that. Declare you're a master at this, okay, because you will become it. Shannon, I never doubted at all, but now I don't know, SP isn't conforming the way I want. Little movement. Okay, little movement. You have to stop focusing on the 3D and what you see, and you have to focus more on what you do want. When it comes to a person, really, it's about, there is that aspect of looking at the love, drawing the experience you want from that person, okay? And I know I personally have used revision in the moment. Use revision in the moment if that feels good to you, because there's no difference between the past, the present, and the future. It's all existing right now. Okay, so in the present moment, you can remember something different. Start saying, they have conformed. You have to go to the end. Yes, they have conformed. Okay, they didn't conform, and you keep wondering, why not? I thought this was working. I was all in. I had no doubts at all. But now, look, you're actually having a doubt. Why aren't they conforming? That's a doubt. Okay, so you have to catch that. You are having a doubt. And just now, picture how you want them to show up. I was talking to someone on the phone that was telling me I was only going to get $300, but I wanted $1,000. I wanted a $1,000 refund, and they said, we're just going to give you $300. And then they kept talking. I didn't even listen to what they said. I'm just on the phone, listen. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I go, and then when it was silent, I go, I really think it would be fair that I get $1,000. And they they were like, sure. You know what? We'll do that for you. Okay, so I got the $1,000 refund. After 3 or 4 days of having conversations with a couple different people, I didn't take any fact as final. I kept affirming what I wanted. Before I made that last phone call, sorry, I think my son might be coming home from school in a little bit. Before I made that last phone call that I wanted the $1,000, I wrote it out, and I was like, this was at the moment I was manifesting the $1,000 in my VIP group. It was that same day. And then after I did my workshop where I talked about manifesting $1,000, I was like, I think I'm going to manifest the $1,000 refund from what happened. And instead of getting 300, what they've been offering me every day for 3 or 4 days, like we had been texting back and forth, I thought, I'm gonna tell them I want $1,000 because I felt like that was fair. I wanted $1,000. So in my mind, I had already determined 1,000. They still called me and said 300. They didn't call me and say we'll give you 1,000. If I expected that and I didn't get it, my dog might bark for a moment. So you have to keep going to the end, even in the face of the opposite. When you have to be more powerful, knowing that you're the creator. Then you keep affirming, nope, I'm getting what I want. I mean, I kind of didn't even listen to that lady anymore talk. I was like, okay, she keeps saying 300. In my mind, I was like, no, 1,000. Okay. If I'm feeling anxious in the moment, I'm just going to take a deep breath. I'm like, okay, I took a deep breath. And then I just said, I think it would be fair if I had $1,000 refund. She didn't say no 500, and then we didn't keep negotiating. No 700. No, there was no negotiation. She went all the way from 300 to 1,000 in that moment. So this is why I'm saying no facts are final. No facts are final. Even if you say, I never doubted it. You never doubted it. But actually, here's how you gauge where you are. You never doubted it, but now you don't know because SP isn't conforming. Okay, but this is where you gauge. If you never doubted it, but then now you're confronted with them and they haven't conformed, and how are you feeling? Like it didn't work? What's going on? What am I doing wrong? Okay, you don't want to be there. I want you to be at, as you engage with the 3D, it doesn't matter if they didn't conform. It's not that it doesn't matter. That's not totally clear exactly what I want to say. You have to feel indifferent that it didn't conform in that moment. You have to realize you're the operant power. You're gonna notice they didn't conform, but what do? You go in your imagination and you start imagining they conformed. Okay. You have to keep demonstrating in your mind, in your imagination. The more you demonstrate that, it might even just take you one time that they didn't conform. And while they're not conforming, what are your thoughts? Are your thoughts, they didn't conform, it didn't work? Okay, that's not the version of you living in the wish fulfilled. The version of you living in the wish fulfilled would be thinking, okay, obviously they didn't conform, but I know what to do. I know right now I need to affirm. Okay, you could start envisioning like I did, start envisioning. While you're talking, if you're face to face and they're talking to you, you could imagine that they come up and give you a hug. You can imagine that they just say, you know what, I'm wrong. I love you. Whatever you want it to be, whatever you want to imagine, keep imagining. That's what you have to do. You will get big movement when you do that. You will get big movement. Do you see that how you can gauge yourself? It's not any test outside of you. It's how you gauge yourself. Have you shifted and changed within to feel more secure? To feel more sure that you're the creator? Then when you're more sure that you're creator and you're not doubting and you're in the wish fulfilled, even when they come in your life or they call or they didn't call or whatever, they didn't conform, they said something like they're going out with their friends and not with you on Valentine's, what do? You stay in the wish fulfilled. You stay in the wish fulfilled. It's all working in my favor. Doesn't matter even what you say to SP. All that matters is that you know and believe and have the intention inside, I got this. Okay? So you've got this. And it doesn't matter if this has been happening for a whole day or since this morning or for 5 days. You could change it right now. You can have a change happen tonight. Okay, yeah, so there's someone was saying, is it Vishni? Whiskey said, yeah, I've had a few things happen, even some affirmations said to me. Beautiful. So do you see that? It's no coincidence that they reflected your affirmations to you. It's you. It's a reflection of your thoughts. It's a success. I would make sure you focus on that and say, yes, it's working. Always remind yourself that it's working. You have to keep reminding yourself it's working because The whole world out there exists. So wherever you put your focus is that reality that you continue to manifest and create. And you want to create the reality where you know that you have this deep knowing that you are the creator, right? We understand this on some level. Keep creating a deeper knowing, a deeper connection to the divine infinite you, a deeper connection to that infinite love, divine love, like you're existing forever, infinitely. Okay, yeah. The past few days, you go back and forth if it'll happen because the 3D is just in your face. I get it. If the 3D is in your face, move your attention to something else. Stop caring about it. Stop needing it to happen. Just stop needing it to happen. It's coming from you. You don't need it. You already have it. Right? I mean, I'm just laughing because it's the knowing. It's about the knowing that you're the reality creator. You're the projector. You're the projector. When you go to the theater and the projector's behind you and it's projecting onto the screen, right? It's a projector. You're literally like your imagination, and through your eyes, it's like you've created your eyes. It's like the projection of life. What you see is a projection from within your imagination. If you want to change what you see on the screen of space, the 3D reality, you got to change the film and the movie film, which is your imagination. You got to change and shift into a new timeline, the new timeline of the reality that you do want. But you can't go back and forth. I mean, if you do go back and forth, you're going to see the back and forth in your reality, right? So it's about learning to stay loyal to the vision of what you want. And if you see something you don't like, then shift your attention. I make it so easy. You're welcome. What did you say it was? Isn't it wonderful? Yes, isn't it wonderful? I did a lecture on that in my private VIP group. And all the videos, I have over hundreds of videos saved from my VIP group under different topics to help you see reality in many different ways and give you many different examples. Okay, so isn't it wonderful? You could go to YouTube and Google and YouTube. Okay, you could go to YouTube. I think YouTube would be the great resource because there's a lot of Neville Goddard on YouTube now, and just put "Isn't it wonderful?" Neville Goddard, and you'll see so much come up. Okay, there might be a lecture, it might be somebody describing it. But it is a powerful technique. I've used that. So the purpose of that, the specific purpose of that affirmation was to embody all the things that she needed, because she found it overwhelming. That was part of the story. She was telling Neville, it's too overwhelming for her to affirm, I need a new car, I need clothes to go on an interview and to get the new job, and I need a new apartment. All these things she needed, that was too overwhelming to affirm at night. And that's why she decided to go with that blanket. It's a big blanket belief of, isn't it wonderful? And she embodied it, right? If you're living your dream life, what would that feel like? It would feel like, isn't it wonderful? Wouldn't you wake up every day going like, oh my God, I'm living my best life? Okay, even when I wasn't living my best life, I was waking up saying, today's the best day of my life. I'm living my best life, okay? Sure. I might not have believed it in the beginning. I might have felt anxious, but I got there. I got to that place. I am actually waking up feeling that that's true, right? So there can feel like there's that progression, the progression of creating that reality and creating that belief, and that's okay too. You can create things more instantly the more you practice this. And many people, I mean, I have clients that manifest things instantly, even while we have had sessions. I've had more than several over the last year. While we were having a one-on-one session, their specific person messaged them. Okay, because they released the resistance, because they started feeling less worry or doubt. They started feeling more hopeful and excited. They stopped thinking about the story that it's not working out. They started getting more excited about it, and they dropped all contrary stories. And that aligned them to receive a call I'm telling you, it can happen instantly. Focus on that vision of what you want. This is fun. Okay, think of yourself like an actor. You're an actor in a play. Who do you want to be and become? You're not stuck to this person in the mold of who you are. You could be anyone. There's people shifting and changing. Maybe they have an alter ego. Maybe they're shifting themselves into a new identity all the time. And that whatever you want to do, just shift into the identity of that person who has, the you who has your desire. That there is already a version of you living that reality right now. Okay, and you're feeling that. You're feeling that existence. It wouldn't exist if you couldn't feel it or think it or imagine it. It exists. Okay, and you're feeling separate from that desire. So you're not separate. Thank you. Thank you. For all the hearts and all the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Okay, tips for moving out of lack. Oh, thank you. All right, to move out of lack. Okay, so wherever you want to be, remember you're focusing on kind of like that vision. Think of what's the opposite of lack? Well, abundance, right? So you're thinking instead of lack, you're thinking of abundance. And you could think of abundance in so many ways. Abundance, like I remember going through in the summertime, I loved a bike ride, and I just go to the bike trails, and I was thinking there's abundance everywhere. There's abundance of trees. There's abundance of beauty. It's starting to really focus on there is enough, right? There is enough. There's enough. There is enough for everyone. So start to focus on abundance and focus on gratitude, because gratitude is abundance. Gratitude is saying I already have something and I'm grateful for it, and that's a feeling of a wish fulfilled. That's a feeling of having. Lack is I don't have. Abundance, gratitude, that's I have. You want to have your desire, right? You want to have your desire. That's the goal. The goal is having. So you want to feel like you have. Gratitude is having. Being in the present moment is having, because you're not lacking. You're engaged, you're present. It feels like you're that feeling within. Do you understand, like, language in the words that we say, even though we might say affirmation, that doesn't really encompass all of what we might be thinking, right? We might not have all the words to describe how we feel about something. That's why it is powerful to feel the desire, because it's at the same time, you could affirm it, but feeling it really embodies having it. Okay, so feel, be present in the present moment, no matter what you're doing. Those are ways to get out of lack. You're going to focus on abundance mindset. I do have some in my playlist on YouTube. I do have videos with affirmations about abundance. All right, and share your success stories. Really, it's important to share your success stories. More success, you manifest success. The more you focus on your success, the more you manifest success. If you want, I can't get to all the questions because I see a lot more populated, but here's what you're going to do as you move on through your day. Just think, like, how do you answer, if I don't answer your question here, you can answer your own question by turning your question into an affirmation. Okay? How do I do this? Now just start saying, I already have this, whatever the XYZ desire is. I already have XYZ. Some more comments about, I get paid to exist. I get paid to exist. There's another affirmation for you. In abundance, you get paid just to exist. You've been using that for months now. I get paid to exist. Perfect. Keep it up. Keep it up, okay? What's the best affirmation to manifest a text to communication? It's, okay, be the version of you who receives a text in communication. So it's like you thinking from the first person, I'm someone, right? Because I don't want you to focus on you need to get the text, okay? I mean, we can manifest that way, but you're going to manifest bigger, grand, beautiful things in your life when you're changing your self-concept. So your self-concept is like, I'm someone who always gets communication. I'm a goddess Everyone wants to communicate with me. So it's about how you see yourself. You have to see yourself as, you're seeing yourself as that person that receives communication. There's like no doubt in your mind, they want to talk to you. They want to be part of your life. So it's about feeling that version of you and being that version of you. I'm someone that everyone wants to talk to. I'm someone that they feel blessed to be in my presence. I'm someone that they love to talk to me because I'm so interesting. Okay, so it's about you affirming. And I'm going to let you take off from that. Like from what I just gave you, take off from that. My self-concept course is all about becoming the best version of you and your self-concept. So if you want a blueprint to help you, it's in my description or in my bio here. If you want to download that, okay, it's $44 for my self-concept course. It's a blueprint to create the version of you who has your desire, okay? You have to think through that. Who are you? And now be that person every single day. Be that person who's like, you just know it. Be the person who's confident. You're not wondering, are they going to text me? You have to be don't you want to be the person who's like, I know I'm loved. I know I'm valued. I know I'm worthy. I know I'm important. I know I'm enough. I know I'm the kind of person who receives communication. I know I'm the person that people just like want to talk to me. They want to be part of my life. I know I have a great life. Okay. I mean, I'm giving you ideas of affirmations, but you choose the ones you're going to script out. You're going to script out what your life is and who you are and what you want to be. What if you're doing good, manifesting, but negative things keep happening in the 3D? Okay, well, you're doing good manifesting. So you're manifesting a lot of good things, but also you're manifesting negative things. When you manifest something negative, give it good meaning, turn it around. Like something negative can happen, but you could say, you know what, this is making me stronger. This is making me more powerful. I intend to be better at getting all the good things, the positive things. My life is always turning around for the better. I mean, you can have those general statements that will affect all areas of your life. That will be powerful, okay? So you don't want to really, I mean, we could look at it as, I mean, we're defining everything. You're actually defining it as negative. Someone else may define it as positive, right? I mean, depending on, depending on what it is. So you can take the positive and the value from any negative, and now you're going to catapult yourself into more positive just by doing that, by seeing the value in it, okay? Don't let it be a habit to like focus on the negative. Why did this happen to me? Victim mentality. Okay, you just have to keep focusing on the version of you who's powerful, confident, strong, the version of you who knows how to overcome, the version of you, right? You're affirming that. I have some affirmations in my playlist also about that version of you who knows how to overcome, okay? I know how to transcend reality. I know how to overcome this. Yeah, you've been persisting, but bad things keep happening. I feel discouraged sometimes. Same thing. You have to create the value where you can create value, okay? Even in my experience, and I don't even want to bring up the things because it's just not even necessary for me to talk about it, but some of the negative things that they were still happening. You just have to keep your eye on that prize, on the guiding light. Keep your eyes and your focus and keep your attention on the world that you want to live, okay? And you could allow yourself, you could say, I feel discouraged, but I'm hopeful. I feel better. I intend to be better at this. Okay, I intend to be stronger. I intend to be to have a disciplined mind. I intend to experience like dream come true. I came here to live just go through a rampage. I came here to live my dreams. I came here to live the dream. I'm here to live the dream of life. It's my birthright. It's my birthright to have it. I get paid for living. I get paid for existing. All right, detach a little bit from the lower self that being identified in the world as your lower self, okay? Because this isn't even who we truly are. Who you truly are is infinite. That's who you truly are. Who you truly are is a soul, your consciousness. This whole body and person is also a manifestation. Okay, so that will be also really powerful to connect with the deeper self within you. Talk to your inner guiding self, that soul within you. That's the creator. Talk to the creator, your imagination. Just start saying, this is what I want. This is the life I want to live, and start picturing that. Build a deep connection with that infinite intelligence within you. Feel like that infinite intelligence is your best friend. Okay, and your best friend has your back, and your best friend's always there. You're never alone. You're always guided. They're always there to help you. This is your God self within you. I mean, create that belief and that knowing, and rely on that knowing that good things will come to you. Okay, guys, I do have to run. I love you all. If you need additional help, I work with clients. I do one-on-one sessions. I do one-on-one video calls. I have a powerful VIP group. If you want to be a member of a great community, if you want to stay on your mental diet and remember that you're the operant power, that is a powerful place to go. If you're new here and you want to join a free Facebook group community, I have my Facebook community. The link's in my bio for all of this. I have my self-concept course, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. If you want to buy a journal, a blank journal, I have a journal for scripting also. I have all of that. You guys are powerful. You're the operant power. Walk through your day knowing that you are, and walk through feeling grateful for what you have. Because if there's anything you're feeling like you're spiraling, just step into gratitude. That is going to change your inner state, okay? And that's going to help you align with the end. The end, having your desire and having your goal. I love you all. Have an amazing day. Bye.